Hey everyone, I'm W2Best and I make videos about tech, travel and inspiration. Right now, out traveling, as you can hear around me. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can get my content that I'm putting out there in the future. Today we're taking a look at the new firmware for the DJI Osmo Pocket. Stay tuned. Finally, there is a new firmware update for the DJI Osmo Pocket. This is supposed to improve face detection autofocus and also improve the autofocus when in darker conditions, which I have had huge issues with, and that's the sole reason why I stopped using the DJI Osmo Pocket when filming in my main setup and switched over to an A6400 from Sony instead. But let's download this new firmware and try the Osmo Pocket in some different conditions to see if this helps out. As you can see, this update gives better face detection autofocus as well as better focusing in dim light, and also adds 2.7K to the camera. So this whole video is shot in 2.7K so you can see how the quality is. However, one thing that didn't improve was that the face tracking that I'm using right now in the selfie mode always tracks a bit too low down in my face. So while I would prefer it to stay a little higher even when I'm using a beanie, it kind of wants to track the bottom of my face instead of keeping my full face in the frame. So that's a bit annoying, I find, and it doesn't really help by adjusting the gimbal or adjusting the camera manually. It just keeps focusing down on the lower parts of my face. Let's check some sample clips of the autofocus and see how it works after the firmware update. I've been indoors the whole day filming content for my USB-C video for the Dell Inspiron 15 7000, and I just had to get out a little bit because the weather is beautiful. I'm right now in a setting that the Osmo Pocket has had really big issues, both with sound and with autofocus. And now it's tracking my face pretty good, even though the sun is sort of like running right into the sensor. The audio is probably gonna be shit here because it's really windy and I'm right by the river in the middle of the city. I just left my bike for repairs so that it will be in a little bit better shape than what it usually is in, because I don't really take care of my bike. I now moved into the shade, a little less windy conditions, but also put sunglasses on to see how the Osmo Pocket is tracking my face. Usually it has done just fine with the face tracking and the face autofocus. Face and face are very similar words, but they mean completely different things. Let's see how this works afterwards when I take it into the computer. Another clip, another train station. I'm gonna make my way back to Gothenburg. What did you think? Was there any difference in the face detection autofocus? I am not sure. I thought the difference was definitely minor. However, it's gonna be very interesting to see what you think about this video in 2.7K. I've been editing parts of it and I can say that it's definitely some difference when you compare to editing 4K. It's more similar to editing full HD footage, editing this 2.7K video. So there are some benefits of installing the new firmware, but definitely not as big focus updates as I thought it would be. Right, time to get on the train. Have a very nice day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.